No. You can't go over there. Gotta go through that screening process.
Okay.
But after you show your ID,
You show your ID?
I show your ID if you get past this point.
Are you familiar with the Fourth Amendment?
If you show ID, sir, you coming in a federal facility.
I'm here at the federal building. Here to do a First Amendment audit. See if these guys know their rules and regulations. It's posted right here. 41 CFR 102-74.420 acknowledges the right to photograph and videotape building entrances, lobbies, foyers, and corridors. In 2010, the Department of Homeland Security provided a bulletin to law enforcement and security force personnel to remind them that absent a crime, photography and videotaping is a First Amendment protected activity. In 2018, the Operational Readiness Order was disseminated to reiterate the 2010 memo and inform them that the public also has a right to intentionally photograph and videotape law enforcement to test their response. They were also directed to maintain security without adversely impacting the public's right to photograph and videotape exterior and interior of federal facilities from publicly accessible areas.
How you doing, sir?
Doing good.
What brings you in today?
I wanted to look around the lobby.
You have your ID on you?
I have ID.
Yeah, can I see your ID?
No, thank you.
All right, right. Why would you not show your ID?
Why?
Yes, sir.
Well, are you familiar with the Fourth Amendment?
I am.
There you go.
Well, that's not a problem, but if you wanted to do some recording, which you can, definitely in the public lobby.
Thank you,
You
sir.
just gotta show your ID if you get past this point. Because this point right here is just for people that come in and leave, so you can't really like clog up this area.
Yeah, okay.
So this whole area just gets clogged. If you want to,
Okay.
you can definitely go in the public and
Yeah.
record all you want to in here. You just can't be in this area.
Right, okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. No. You can't go over there. Yes.
I can't walk over here?
You see it? Yes, you can.
Okay.
But you gotta go through that screening process.
Okay.
But after you show your ID, we can get you
Well, I'm
processed.
not gonna be showing ID, but I'll go through your screening.
You gotta show ID. Any type of federal
For
building, you
the
come and show-
lobby?
Yes, sir. You can't pass this point.
Do you,
on
can you
without-
show me that rule?
Sir, you can't record in the lobby.
Thank you.
But to come in here, go through screening, come over here and record in the lobby because we're not allowed to watch you. You can go around the corner, which you doesn't have an ID.
You're not allowed to what? I didn't hear that.
We can't watch you when you go around the corner
Okay.
without ID. So that's why you have to go through
Okay.
the screening process.
What if I stay in your eyesight, or in your sight?
We can't say you'll do that. So we don't know that.
Well, that's why you're here. You're
Yeah,
here to protect
correct.
us.
Correct. That is correct.
So, can I go through the screening just to put you at ease that I don't have any weapons?
Of course.
Okay.
But to go over here in the lobby and record without ID.
Okay, now that I haven't seen that rule.
Okay, that's fine.
Can you show me that rule, regulation?
If you want to, you can definitely go out there and read their rules and regulations because they're supposed to.
I have read, in fact, I've got them right here. So I'll go through your screening.
You just don't pass this point until you show your ID. That's just
Well,
can't pass this
I'm not gonna be showing ID
That's the
because
only way to get inside a federal building. You gotta have a federal. You gotta have ID. Anytime you're going to a federal establishment, you have to have a federal ID.
well, the law actually says that doesn't take effect until 2023.
Well,
when-
yeah, that's just the federal. You can have a driver's license as long as it'll tell you on there it says not for federal ID.
Right.
But anytime, that's how we identify who you are as far as, because anything happens, we just have to make sure
Right.
who you are. So,
But you understand that we the people have a Fourth Amendment right to privacy,
which I'm very well.
Yeah.
Definitely well, because I do. the
and I
same
would like
thing.
to, assert my Fourth Amendment right here.
Which you can, but as far as in building wise, I have to just see your ID for you. I'm just checking it, make sure everything's fine, give it back to you. You go through screening, and you can excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey,
Are you calling a supervisor?
The Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator for this. Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator to coordinate this government entity's compliance with Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Who's the highest ranking security officer here? Is that guy?
Not none of us. It would be my supervisor.
Okay.
Which I believe he might have left at this time.
Okay.
You can always contact him. About it. But,
Is there a,
but as far as the level, we all pretty much the same rank.
okay. Is there a law enforcement officer here?
I can definitely check. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he called somebody. I don't know who he was calling. Did you call somebody, sir? I think he's ignoring me.
They were notified. They were notified.
Okay. Is that who he was talking to? Give him my description. Great. Thank you. Can I get your name?
Davis Blackman.
All right. I like how y'all have y'all's picture ID. That's pretty sharp.
Yeah. I don't try to hide it. I work different jobs. I always have to show my ID.
How is ID gonna tell you anything? I mean, really, it's weapons and knives, right? That y'all should be
We
more
check
concerned
for-
about.
We have to check to make sure that you have, who you are, coming inside of a federal building. We have a lot of people who have to.
Because I walk through the county courthouse, city buildings, and all, and that they just check you for weapons.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly if it's all of them, but only the one I work at is pretty much what I'm
Yeah.
concerned about. But no, I'm not aware of that. So it's only the one I work at, but I'm just following my rules.
Right. So who's on the way here?
Now that I don't know because he didn't see anything, so I don't know exactly who he spoke to. I know if somebody had reported this to be at the call. I just don't know who he spoke to.
So I can't walk past here. Can I get a picture of the directory there?
Sorry.
Can I get a picture of the directory?
You can once you get past this point of showing ID.
Yeah.
So like I said,
Well, I don't have ID on me, and I'm not going to present it because, I'm going to exercise my Fourth Amendment right, And I don't have to I'm not going to see anybody up there. I just wanted to come in and document the public lobby, and I've read your rules and regulations, and it doesn't say anything about requiring ID to enter a public space. And so I'm curious if that's a written rule, I'd like to see it. Because I've done research and I can't find it. But that might be something internal that y'all have. Are you familiar with the 2018 DHS memo?
you got it memorized?
Say it
You got it
again?
memorized?
No.
Oh, he's about to explain to me. No, sir. It's a lot of, like I said, with being a fairly new employee, I'm still doing a lot of reading. So.
DHS memo came out of a court case. And it's a memo to you guys to remind you that the public has a right to video and take photos in exterior and interior. And that you can do a field interview, but it doesn't say anything about demanding ID. I've been in here before and I've seen other videos where you guys weren't very professional. I don't know if you...
Might be just different people.
Exactly, it's different people.
I'm more of a people person. I talk to people.
Yeah.
No problem with it. I love cameras. Been behind the camera before. I'm more of a person that's behind the camera than in front of it.
Okay, so you're a photographer?
Videographer.
Video, yeah, same here.
Yeah. Just record like entries and stuff like that,
Nice.
photos and stuff, and then
Yeah.
doing editing and stuff like that. Have a good weekend, Ashley.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah. I like doing that kind of stuff. And I also document
Right.
government buildings.
Right.
And just to make sure you,
So, so,
yeah, First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, all that. And you'd be surprised.
so I'm not giving you a hard time.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I'm doing, I do have to,
You got to follow your rules, that's right.
and stuff, so.
Yeah. So do you scan the ID or you just look at it?
Scan it, look at it.
Did you scan it? Yeah.
Well, we don't scan everything. We just take a look at it and see exactly the expiration date. We look at the name.
But you don't scan it or anything? Okay. That's why I was wondering what this was right here. That's just a sign?
Yeah, present your ID.
Oh, okay.
Present your card.
It's not something to...
Yeah, it was supposed to set up.
Oh, it was originally set up to scan your ID and...
Supposedly. Okay. So now we just watch the individual that comes in and we check.
Did we get clarification
On what?
on requirement of ID?
Yes, sir. If you show your ID, you can walk through here, go ahead and go.
Right. Can you show me that regulation? Is there a regulation?
Taxes on the IRS.
They close.
They close already for the day. You just have to come back another day.
You got somebody coming?
No, sir, no one's coming.
Oh, well, may I have a supervisor? Can I have your supervisor?
We don't have a supervisor on site.
Do you have a law enforcement officer?
Come on, man. Thank you.
Are you going to deny me a supervisor? Are you going to give me a supervisor? Who were you on the phone with? Giving my description to?
Black man. You good right there. You ain't got to see that.
Are you aware of your rules and regulations? I think you've been here long enough. You should know them. So what are we doing? I'd like to walk around the public lobby up here to the bulletin board.
You can, sir.
Okay.
If you show your ID.
I'm not showing ID. I'll go through your screening.
Show ID, sir.
Are you familiar with the Fourth Amendment?
If you show ID, sir, you coming in a federal facility.
Can you show me the regulation that requires me to show ID? You know why you can't show me a rule and regulation? Because there's not one. If we can have your supervisor come down here, they'll explain that to you. Have they all left for the day? Left y'all here unsupervised? Are you denying my request for a supervisor? Just say so and I'll leave. But I don't have time to sit here and watch you stand at attention. Can you answer a question? Isn't that your job, to answer questions to the public? You got somebody coming? What are we doing, Jenkins? How come your name badge isn't showing like everybody, all the other officers? I'm sure that's a rule and regulation you have to follow. Y'all just gonna stand around like a lump on a log? Or are you gonna do your job? So who's in charge here? Y'all don't answer those type of questions? You just follow orders, don't you? Do you know the Fourth Amendment? All right, well, I'll be out here waiting. All right, they obviously don't know their rules and regulations. I guess I came too late on a Friday. All right, so that's the Strom Thurmond building. These security officers don't know their rules and regulations. So I guess I'll be making another visit here. Live BD, over and out.